Good day, night, evening, whatever time may be, ladies and gentlemen. This is Darth Chain. Hopefully you guys are having a good one. So today is going to be the last video for the Ascalonian Catacombs. This is going to be path 3, and it is the Colossus Rumblus or Zark path. Now, it's the exact same all the way up to Kohler, so while we run through the footage of us just trying to get to Kohler as quickly as we can, I'm actually going to tell you a little story. So, I'm not too sure if the bug is still inside the game, but there used to be a way where you'd be able to do Path 2 and Path 3 at the same time. Pretty much what you would do is you'd come to where we're at right now, we'd start the dungeon ticker for which path we're going to do, but you'd choose Zark, which is the third one. And the main thing is you wanted someone to stay up at the top of the stairs and wait for the Gravelings to run up and start attacking you. And you wanted the Gravelings to down you. Now, if the Gravelings down you, Datha would break from where she was because of the way her AI was programmed, and she'd run to help resurrect you. Now, at this point, I either think you were supposed to try and get the Gravelings to attack Datha, or you just needed to be revived by Datha. And that would break her AI even more to where she would start following you through the dungeon. And the bosses are tied to whichever character is with you. So you'd start doing the burrow event, which you'll see later on in the Great Hall where we picked up the Flaming Scepters in Path 1. But she'd start setting up for Ghost Eater as soon as she entered the area. So the boss triggers are set to whoever is with you. Now, I'm not too sure if they changed that, but it was actually kind of fun. You could get Path 2 and Path 3 done very simply. And you'd have to deal with the Ghost Eater, but you're probably with a group that knew how to do it pretty well. And then you just run to go and face Rumblus. So now we just defeated Kohler, so we're going to run into the Lover's Crypt. This is where the paths diverge for Path 3. And I'm actually going to equip a dagger, because this portion here, you're going to want to be able to attack quickly. So you're going to be attacking Graveling Burrows, which they do not take condition damage, so you want just raw damage to do this. So get your raw damage just as quickly as you can type of attacks. Now, if you run this dungeon and you run Path 3 a lot, you're going to want to learn where these things spawn, because they always spawn in the same place. It is a very static spawn. And if you have a wide range attack, like with the Great Sword for Warrior or the Dagger for Necromancer, if you want to call it that, you can actually make the burrows attackable before they're completely loaded in. So you're going to see this Graveling Burrow spawn here in a couple seconds. I think it's right here, but it's actually behind me, right there. And the other one we're going to run to is just on the other side of this little platform here. I can't say platform, a little courtyard, I guess. But I'm actually going to make it pop quicker than it actually does. So I'm going to make the model pop force itself up quicker than it would come up by itself. And you want everybody to run with you and take these things out. The objective is to guard the two little collectors on the fountains, or the coffins, from the Gravelings. And the quicker you take the burrows out, the less likely it is to summon a Graveling out of it. Because if you aren't paying attention, they can quickly overrun you. There have been times where I have broken off from helping my teammates out to go and guard a collector because we were just being too slow taking the burrows out. So we're going to speed this up. If you guys can remember the order, that's great. I'd put a map up, but I barely remember the order myself. You're actually going to see me run around a little bit with my head, like a chicken with my head cut off, because I forgot the paths. There is one, or when you get closer to the end, you'll see one spawn where we originally started, one spawn directly opposite of that, and then another spawn back behind where we started. That one in the far back, and I'll point it out when I see it, is actually going to be the last one. So we're going to take this one down. Here's the next one. So the one after this, back in this corner here, is the last one. Once you take down this one, and if you have a good group, you're going to get it done by 90% of the essences obtained. That's it. You're done. You're good. So you can switch back to all that stuff. If you're running Necromancer, you can kill your minions right here, because once you turn into a ghost, you will not be able to use tonics. Now, I accidentally did a dumb thing, and I teleported back to where Kohler was because I forgot this path for a second. So we're just going to cut here and get to where we need to go. So we're going to run up this way, and you're going to run through these spiders. Nothing too bad. I mean, here's where we face Case of Blackblood. You don't have to worry about this room. There's just some spiders in here. But once we get up to the Great Hall, we're actually going to have to take down even more burrows. Now, again, I was being an idiot, and I forgot this path because I switched back to my scepter. I was like, okay, crap, I remember I had to switch back to my dagger. But I, for the life of me, could not get me or my minions out of combat before I needed to. I mean, I could have run farther down this way, but once you get enough people in the room, it triggers the next events where you got to take down more Graveling burrows. So my fun thing with this path is I like hanging out inside of this burrow. If you actually run into this little hole right here before the burrow spawns, the burrow will spawn on top of you. So you're trapped inside the burrow, so no matter where you attack, it'll always hit it. Here's the burrow, and now we're inside of it. There's some Gravelings spawning. So with this room, it is just 4 Graveling burrows. Just take them out. You really don't have to worry about taking them out guarding anything. You just need to take out the burrows and you're good. And this gets you Grassed, who helps you in the final boss. So there's 2, 3, and 4 are just down here, pretty much right next to each other. And like I said, if you were doing the bugged 2 and 3, if that's still a thing, as soon as you enter this room, you'd have to do this event, and then Datha would start up the collection for the Ghost Eater. Now, once you do that, you'll get the Reliquary Waypoint, which teleports you to this room, or you can just run through the door if you really want to. It really doesn't matter as long as you wind up where you need to. And this wall here is going to be destroyed by Grassed, and will get you into the area where we face the Howling King. That is also where Colossus Rumblus spawns. So we're just waiting for Grass to come by. He likes taking his time. There goes the wall, and now we get to run through. This runs very easy because you only have one group of Gravelings that you have to run past. I think one of our party members unfortunately dies, so we have to wait for them. And I think I speed up all the way through it, but I do show the entirety of the boss fight. So again, you want to come over here. This is the stacking spot. To get away from the Gravelings. There goes our ally. Here we're just going to take these ones out while we wait because we're bored. And here they come right around here. I think I was doing something off screen at that point. I dual screen. So now we get to do the Colossus Rumblus. Now there used to be a stacking spot right over here, and you just drag the boss over and stand here, but a lot of people just seem to now just go for him because they made the fight a little bit easier. So you're going to want to watch Grass. He's going to be the one with the hammer on the far right over there. And then he just ran in. The reason why is the Colossus Rumblus has a yelling attack. I think he's going to use it right now. Yep, there's his yelling attack. But what that does is that makes rocks from the ceiling start to fall. So you can see the rocks right there. Grass is holding his hammer up. What he's doing right there is he's channeling a protective bubble around us. So the rocks are just hitting the bubble while we have a safe spot to attack. And as you see, the fight went very, very quickly. But that's path 3. Just stand by Grass in that final area and you are good. Other than that, I want to thank everybody up on screen right now for helping us out. And thank you all for hanging out during the Ascalonian Catacombs. Coming up next is going to be the Caudecus Manor story mode. I'm going to try and get a couple friends ready for that and just BS like we did last time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that format because I'm going to do it again for Caudecus Manor. There may be some minor spoilers. There may be some spoilers for the Living Story 3 inside there, so I probably should, but I probably shouldn't at the same time. Other than that, we'll see you guys in the next video, and we'll see you on Friday. Have a good one.